Hey guys, and welcome on to week 7. Now this week is all about what we speak about is what we create more of in our life. Now, like with any of the stuff within this program, this is not going to be do this for 1 week and it's going to be a quick fix and it changes everything. This is about creating your awareness around the things that you say. So our conscious languaging and how that is a big determiner in how we create the results that we have in our life. So we want to be talking or realizing where we talk about these negative things and how that impacts the results that we have, and then creating this conscious awareness to start speaking more positively. Now, the way that I like to think about it is we talk, or you will hear a lot in the self-development world about the law of attraction. But if you think about it in this way, instead of thinking it's some airy-fairy woo-woo shit, it actually makes real, complete, perfect sense. So think about the day when you got up out of bed and you're a bit tired, and then you've bumped into the side of the bed and bruised your leg, give yourself a dead leg. Then you walk into the bathroom, you stub your toe on the toilet, you drop toothpaste on the front of your shirt, and you just think, today's just going to be one of those days. And you will say it to yourself out loud, I've got out on the wrong side of bed and it's just going to be one of those days. And then next thing you know, you walk into work, you drop all your paperwork, someone's being grumpy, and it just seems to roll from one thing after another. And this is exactly the same how we approach everything in life. Is it because all these bad things generally happen? No, it is because you've started to program your mind that you've decided already that it's going to be a shitty day. So that is what you are looking for within your day. So we want to be changing the way that we think, the way that we are programmed, and the way that we talk about things. If you're like, oh, I'm so clumsy, I always fall over. Well, you probably are always going to fall over because you're always looking for that thing to be tripping over. It's almost like this is our subconscious at work. So we're bringing it into the consciousness. So going from this subconscious programming where we talk about these things and then all of a sudden they happen, we want to shift that so that we're talking about things, positive things that we do want to happen. So the first thing is about catching yourself in awareness. So there is a printable on this. You can print it off or you can just put it on the notes section in your phone, but I want you to start catching yourself. When you say something negative, jot it down. When you are in a situation and you talk about something, you end up saying something negative, again, jot that down. So each time you notice that negative thought, and we want to change the words to create more of what we want. So it's really an opportunity for you to see clarity and to create and course correct as you go along. So if you catch yourself on it, just think, how could I have said that more positively, and see if you can change it. Often my brain doesn't always work quick enough, so journaling is such a great opportunity for you to reflect back on the things that you may have said, and then look at the opportunity of how could I have worded that different? How could I have said something in a different way? Now you'll notice that when I talk or ask you guys questions, I generally ask you things like, what are you committed to? Or what do you want to get, or how are you going to get it? How are you going to create that? I always talk about encouraging you to think about the positive outcomes of the things that you want. So that's step 2, is to process in your journal to really create the clarity around the type of things that you are usually saying, and also to look at that at where you are within your life right now. So I've just written down a few questions, and all this is in the notes below, but I think it's quite nice to get that clarity into explanation on this one. So some questions that you might want to ask yourself. Why did you choose those words or a particular reaction? So what was going on? What was the situation? Is it related to a past experience of a similar situation that you are almost guessing what the outcome is going to be? So you're almost saying that, oh, this is going to be a failure, or I'm no good at that. Think about what is causing these things to come out of your mouth. What was it, a habit or old pattern that you found yourself speaking? So like I say, if it's something that you've done, it's related to a past experience, we kind of almost admitting defeat and like, oh well, that happened last time, so that means that it's going to happen again, which is absolutely not true. That's just the way we are programmed. So we want to catch ourselves on that. We don't know what the outcome is going to be, and if we want to create something different, we have to do something different, and that always starts with saying, I'm gonna blah blah blah, do this. Focus on the things that you do want. What did it do for you? So what did saying that thing, did it make you feel better? Did it make you feel worse? Was it trying to cover up something? Was it trying to save yourself from embarrassment? What did it do for you? And that's similar on what were you looking to get from speaking that. Then what was the thought that triggered response? We've gone through this in the 5 steps to overcoming sabotage. So when we can really get a handle on where our thoughts and triggers originate from, we really become empowered to be able to change them and to choose something different. And this is for you to realize that you guys are the ones that are creating everything that you've got in your life right now. So we also have the ability to create something different and change. So what was the thought that was going on? What triggered that? What was the situation? And was the result the feeling that you wanted? If you were talking negative, did it make you feel good at the end of it? If it didn't, then why are you still doing it? And did you get that end result? Did you get what you spoke about? Often some people say, oh, the example of being clumsy. Oh, I'm always falling over. I'm always tripping up. I'm always hurt myself. Well, did you go out and hurt yourself? If you didn't, then use that as an example, as an experience to build your confidence to be able to say something different. So one that I often say, especially when I'm driving, if anything's kind of like happened and I've like swerved or anything, good job, I'm always safe. I always use this one because I have always been quite lucky. I don't tend to fall over and hurt myself and stuff. So a good one for me to use is, good job, I'm always safe. Okay, moving on to next exercise. So it's your positivity challenge. So I want you to really go out now and start looking for the good in situations, especially if there's someone who's like quite negative and always talks about the down stuff. Like, there will be the people out there, be, oh, the weather, oh, work, oh, the boss, and whingy whiny. Look at how you can start turning this into a positive. And I do this a lot with the kids when they'll like whinge about something, and for me it's always to help encourage them that every single experience is a lesson for us to learn something. So what lesson and what positive, which the positive outcome, which again we go into a little bit deeper, but look at how you can change a situation into something positive. If someone saw something as bad, how can you pull some positivity out of that? And if that's one thing that I have definitely found that over time I've got pretty damn good at, I can look at any situation, even the really shitty ones, and be able to drag something positive out of that situation. And seek out the opportunity to see good in others. Now this really relates back to the work that we did last week on with the Byron Katie work, in that most people are not out there to get you. They are just doing what is the best for themselves. So look at that and use that. It's really about picking yourself up and looking at things from a different perspective, because when we can start to do that, we can let go and we find some freedom, some release, that we don't have to have everything figured out. We can let people get on with their lives, and we can get on with rocking out ours. And a great one is like, what if you could be like the joy in someone's day? If you could go out and compliment someone and like, oh, well, your hair looks nice, or oh, I love your clothes, and be the reason that somebody smiles in that day. Because do you know what, when you make someone else smile, it's really infectious, and it's like, this is airy fairy. And it's like, if we can all just make a little bit of an effort to make the world a better place, your work environment a better place, whatever it is, the people that you hang around with, if you can be that positive little light of joy, then it does make it just makes everything that little bit better. Okay, so you're using all this. Like I said, this is not a one night thing. This is going to take you a little bit of time to come back to. So please do come back and revisit this work. And then we've got your new speaking opportunity. So I really want you to think about the words that you're speaking, and how we can create them into a more positive terminology. So think about, how do you want to say things? How could you improve how you say things? Now, I've given some examples here. So we've got the negative creation. So this comes from a circumstance mentality. This is the belief that life happens to me, I have no control over it, I am a victim. So this is where we feel disempowered. So these are the words that we believe, that we come to the belief that it's the have, be, do belief. You think, oh, well, when I have this, or when I've lost weight, then I'll be able to do the things that people that are lighter, leaner than me do, so I will be able to have more confidence, and then I will be able to be the person that I want to be. But it really doesn't work in that way. We want to get to our positive creations and realize that you are a positive and powerful creator. And this is where we come to the be, do, have mentality. You have to be the person. You have to be the person that exudes the things that a lean, happy, healthy person was. The more that you be that person to start with, you will do the things that healthy, happy, positive person does, and then you will have all the things that the happy, positive person has. So I hope that makes sense. So going from have, be, do, to being, living, experiencing. And this is what Gandhi says is be the change that you want to see in the world. And this is where this really comes into practice. So some examples from here. So look implies that it is luck, it's a fluke, and that you have no control over it. So instead of saying, oh, I'm so lucky, you can say, I am creating. That empowers you. You're the one in power. You are the one who is making this stuff happen, because at the end of the day, it has very little to do with luck, and it's all to do with you. So stop using the word luck and look at using the phrase I am creating. The next one is problem. Again, a problem's something that it's problematic to overcome. It's hard, it's challenging. It means that we have to suffer to get over it. So instead of it being a problem, it becomes a challenge, because guess what? A challenge is exciting. A challenge is something that's going to help you to grow, to help you evolve, to help you to become a better person. And that's feels a sense of achievement if you know that you are going to challenge yourself to something versus there's a problem. It's really negative. The energy around it is low vibrating, whereas you say, this is a challenge, that is high vibrating. Can you feel the difference? Say those words to yourself. It's an opportunity is another way to phrase that one. Try. There's no such thing as try. You either do it or you don't. Try's like, yeah, I might, but I don't know that I'm fully committed to it. So try this. Do this. Try moving your little finger. There's no try about it. You either move it or you don't. There's no try. So instead, it's do. Again, will. Oh, I will do that when I get around to it. No. You're either going to do it or you're not. Commit to it. Get committed to it. Don't just try it. Do it. Commit to it. Have to. Should. Should implies that you are being forced to do something that you really don't want to do. Nobody wants to be forced to do anything. So, I should be working out today. It implies that you don't want to do it. Whereas if you can say to yourself, today I get to work out because it's going to make me feel better. I deserve to work out because my body wants to be a lean body of health. It wants to feel strong. It wants to feel amazing. I want to feel fit and awesome. Again, say these out to yourself. Notice how they feel within your body, from being like this really negative energy to, I'm excited about this one. I get excited about this stuff because I love it. And this is how I talk to you guys and how I talk to other people. I know how it affects other people that surround me, and it also affects how it makes me feel too. Help. Help implies that you are helpless, that you are maybe not worthy or not capable of doing it yourself. So assisting comes from this place of, I don't need help, I'm not helpless. Maybe I can ask for support and assistance, that's good, but helps kind of makes you feel a bit like, oh, I can't do this on my own. Whereas if you are getting assistance, you can feel more empowered and more supported. How many times have you said, don't let me forget? What's the first thing you do? You forget about it. So instead of saying don't let me forget, so we're talking, the forget is the word that we are focused on, and what we speak about we bring about. So you're going to forget that shit. So instead of saying don't let me forget, you're going to say please remind me. Yeah, when you say please remind me, you give a better chance of reminding yourself. I have to remember. I have to. Who said I have to? I am remembering is the change around for that. I need it implies that you are maybe incomplete without it. You are not worthy. You are lacking in something. Whereas when you say I desire something, it's like it's there because you are worthy. You desire it and it's coming towards you. Just speak these out, honestly. Speak them out to yourself and see how they make you feel. Want, I hope. I want something. Again, it's implying that you are lacking. Hoping is relying again on luck, on chance, on a whim, on someone else's say so rather than your say so. Remember, you are the powerful creator. So we turn that into I am experiencing. Should. Touched on this one before. Shoulding all over yourself. Stop shoulding all over yourself. You know, it tells you what you have to do. You do things because you decide. So could or I am committed to. Now I really hope you will take the time to go through those things. Just start to notice. Use it in your journaling practice. Catch yourself. I do it all the time. Like, I'm very much more aware of it, but I'll still find myself catching myself saying things to the kids like, you'll be like, stop jumping on the couch, don't jump on the couch. And what's the one thing when you tell a child to stop jumping on the couch? They just want to jump some more. Why? Because they've got the image of the fun and the joy that they're going to get out of jumping. Whereas if you say, sit down on your bottom, you're talking about the things that you do want rather than things that we don't want. And this comes a lot when you're setting out. We've touched on this when we did your goals, and we're like, well, I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to be overweight. I don't want to be in pain. Don't talk about the things that you don't want. Talk about the things that you do want, because we're training the mind to look for the positive, to seek the positive, and always be constantly creating the positive, because we want more positive in our lives, because that's what helps us to feel good. Thank you for watching this one. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's given you, I shouldn't say hope. What did I say for hope? I am experiencing. I want you guys to experience the difference of when we change the way we talk, the way we think, the way we experience things, and can shift them into a more positive manner, that we feel better. When things start to come with more ease, more flow, help to build our confidence and all-round awesomeness. So let me know how you get on. Let me know anything that comes up for you, or if you're like, holy crap, I say that all the time. I want to know what it is. Have an awesome rest of your week and have fun with this. Remember, it's about catching that awareness. We're not judging. We're not saying you're bad. It will take time. It will take practice. But have some fun with it, and notice how you feel within your body, how different you feel within yourself when you start to think about the things that are coming out of your mouth, and also how you accept certain things as well. So a huge one is to be able to accept a compliment. What is the first thing when someone says, oh, I love your jacket? The first thing you do is like, this old thing, it was like $2.99 from Primark or something. We block the negative energy. So next time someone compliments you on something, you're like, thanks, I love this jacket too. I think it looks amazing. Learn how to appreciate and experience and absorb the positivity that is given out to you, and then be able to give it back in a way that is also positive, rather than just blocking it and like, oh yeah, this old thing, thanks. No, appreciate it, experience it, absorb it, give it back to the world.